Yo, what's poppin'? This is another podcast with Aris P, and I'm going to talk about the Washington Wizards New York Knicks game that ended a few minutes ago in Madison Square Garden in New York City. You know where that is. The final score was 113 to 131. The Knicks got the W. After barely losing so many games lately, they finally got a comfortable win. First of all, I'd like to start by saying that basketball is not like it used to be back in the 1990s. You can't depend on the big man. You can't depend on Karl Anthony Towns, for example. Yes, he's gifted, he's amazing, but as you can see, his team is not a title contender. You gotta have good guards in order to become a championship contender. Having players like Patrick Ewing or Hakeem Olajuwon is simply not enough nowadays. Well, speaking of guards, Elfrid Payton's back, and Derrick Rose has recovered from having COVID-19, but he couldn't work out at all while being in quarantine, so Coach Tibbs decided not to put him into play, which is logical. Guards are very important for us. I mean, they're crucial. They feed the centers, they feed the power forwards. But Payton started off cold by missing free throws. On the other hand, Hachimura was red hot for the Wizards in the beginning. Unfortunately for him, that didn't continue, so he wasn't able to help his team. Then Payton made 2 quick fouls and started missing layups, back-to-back layups, which was quite frustrating to see. Alex Len was blocking shots like hell, but when it comes to shooting free throws, he actually reminded me of Shaquille O'Neal. That kid can't shoot a free throw for his life. Seeing Nerlens Noel steal the ball at the perimeter is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. It's a privilege to have a center that can play perimeter defense. Julius Randle was absolutely amazing as well. He showed his quality. His quality was on display from the get-go. He was knocking down threes. He was knocking down buckets like crazy. I actually always preferred sharpshooters, so I'd say my favorite player is Reggie Bullock. And he scored his threes too. He actually helped the Knicks lead the game and be ahead at the end of the first quarter. Surprisingly, Washington has 7 foreign players from 6 different countries. And we're talking about countries like Brazil, Ukraine, Israel, Latvia, Japan, and 2 guys from Germany. The 20-year-old Israeli rookie, Deni Avdija, committed 3 fouls in just a few minutes, which actually proves how inexperienced he is. But other than that, he showed some potential with his drives, but not his long-range shots. He's only 20 years old. I remember that kid playing for Maccabi Tel Aviv, and his dad used to be a player in Israel as well, and for the Yugoslavian national team back in the 1980s. So the kid has basketball in his blood. I must say that his dad was from Serbia. Actually, was born in Kosovo. And he's considered Israeli Serbian. Great player. But his coach benched him in the second quarter after committing those fouls, those 3 consecutive fouls. Well, he needs time to get used to playing in the NBA. The Knicks dominated in the second quarter. That's where it all started. Emmanuel Quickley, on the other hand, also rapidly committed 3 fouls. But at least he contributed by scoring a 3-pointer. But again, that shows inexperience. The Washington Wizards, as a team, are horrible when it comes to 3-pointers. And I'm surprised they don't take advantage of Bradley Beal's talent. He's the top scorer of the NBA. That R.J. Barrett block on Westbrook was amazing. It was beautiful, as well as a ferocious dunk by Mitchell Robinson to end the second quarter. Man, I'm telling you, when Julius Randle is on fire, the Knicks can defeat almost any team in the association. I noticed that Westbrook's in bad shape, even though he's only 32. The Wizards played terrible defense, especially in the third quarter. So the Knicks were ahead for like 28 and 30 points. That's a big deficit. And at the beginning of the fourth quarter, you're finished, you're through. It's difficult to come back. But nevertheless, Tibbs was still tensed, and we kept playing stellar defense. He's never happy. I love that guy. He's an amazing guy. Coach Tibbs. I think he's the best thing that ever happened to the New York Knicks for like decades. So that's about it for now. Please like and subscribe. Take care, everybody. Peace out.